Now you can even hear better, and so I can keep you awake because I can raise my tone, in order to keep you awake. Now that's the other challenge, right? Not like in between, right? So my name is Wasantha Weerakoon. If you have, most probably you don't know, some of you don't know me, some of you know me, and I have been in one industry that is for the last 30 odd years, that is for content services, content management, and document management. There are various different names being talked about it. I started as a developer um, long back, and then I became an entrepreneur myself and built a few businesses which are multi-million dollar businesses. Then now become a programmer using ChatGPT. Not really true, but yeah. Right. So I will talk about what happened to us. I'll take you back to 2019. 2019 has not been a great year for Sri Lanka. We had a Easter bombing that decimated our tourism, and same year, towards the end of the year, our company, we were thinking, what can we do to help Sri Lanka back? So we decided to bring our board meeting to Sri Lanka. Of course, we used to have board meetings, but we were going on round ribbon in different countries. But specifically, we were bringing it back to Sri Lanka to show the solidarity. So we were having this board meeting in Shangri-La itself. Interesting thing was, I was having a flu. That's December 2019. And everybody, this is the time that we heard people are talking about there is a virus, and a lot of, for one, it is in Italy. We are just hearing bit of things, but we were just joking. They were saying, probably you also have this virus. We did not call COVID at that time. We had no idea about the transmission rates. Do you know what transmission rate is? Probably you have forgotten that even now. We forgot tsunami, right? And then a little later, the greatest earthquake that happened in in Asia? No? Nepal. Many people died. Actually, tsunami killed 30,000 people in Sri Lanka. Only COVID killed only 16,000. So, but the difference was COVID was a global pandemic where the other ones are localized. So my story goes on, and I'll just move forward. And my son got married on 14th of February 2020, and we had a party, and we had a lot of people coming in. Nobody was wearing masks. No, nobody. Yeah. So 1st of March, myself and my current CEO, my business partner, we were leaving to US to a show called AIM, AIIM. I will talk about this one a little bit later, but AIM is about. Of course, that time, a little bit heightened discussion about this virus, and there's a lot of complaint about it is a lab-generated virus and it is distributing. There's a lot of stories. So we were wearing a mask. Right? We went to US, it was in Texas actually. We went to the event. Everybody was elbow shaking, not hand shaking. They say, oh, there's a virus, but nobody was wearing a mask because they had no idea elbow shaking is not required. You can get closer than 1 meter. You can wear a mask, still you can get it. So we had no idea. We had no idea. It happened 100 years back, but we had no idea. We are very forgetful. As human beings, we are very forgetful. How many things we have forgotten? Can anyone tell me what is this transmission ratio? There's a name for that. What do you call it? What is that? For COVID transmission ratio, there's a number. They say 2.83. What is it? What is that? Yeah, you've forgotten, most of you, right? Thank you. So that's what I expected. So I'm not also going to tell you because I also have forgotten. No, actually, I remember because I was preparing for this presentation. So I left US on 10th of March. We were in the show. There was everything normal except for elbow, what do you call, shakes, whatever, handshake. Then landed in 10th on Sri Lanka itself because we were flying against time. Thank God for that, because 2 days after I landed, Sri Lanka was closed down. Actually, 2 days after we left, Texas was closed down, and some 40,000 people died in very bad cold winter plus COVID. So I would have got stuck there. And so I learned a lot of lessons. Actually, by that time when we went, I was a chain smoker, smoking 2 packs. But because of the situation, I was not being able to get any cigarettes. Thank God. I've given up smoking for 3 years and 2 months now. Okay, so that's a good personal achievement for me. So this is not about me or what happened. So this is about, we are going to talk about, can you be prepared for this kind of situation? Can you prepare for a tsunami? Viharamadevi's story is about tsunami. If you have forgotten, it is in the textbooks, but we forgot. Right? But until it came and it was not there. Everyone knows about earthquakes, but people are building closer and closer to. So disasters happen. There are multiple ways a company can go down. One of the biggest threats today is the cyber threat. But there are other threats like this. Your business risk of being able to operate, okay, without, I'm talking about the infrastructure and I'm talking about the other tools that is required. Forget about getting hacked. No, don't forget about it. Worry about hacking. That's one of the major causes that you may have very little idea. Okay, but it is very similar that there are other incidents or other things that can bring a business down. On 15th of March, I remember people started using WhatsApp groups to deliver vegetables, right? And we were very quick on responding, but where is those WhatsApp groups? So where is this? So adoption is one of our biggest problems. Sri Lankans are very good on responding. We responded very well, including the vaccination, but we are not being able to adapt and transform ourselves. So organizations needs to be transformed. So preparedness is very important. Prepare to sustain, not prepare to just respond. Prepare to sustain. That's one of the important lessons that actually we learned in that. And what we did. So there were two things that we had to do as an organization. First thing is we had to survive. We have 660 people at the time when COVID-19 was hitting. We had 660 people in 8 different countries. We had almost 450 to closer to 500 in Sri Lanka itself. So what was the problem? How much money in your bank? And how are you going to keep paying these guys when you're not getting paid from anybody? Because everybody else is closed. So it was a very challenging, it was quite challenging for us to think what we need to do. We had to respond. So first thing is survival. So we had to come up with various different programs, like even salary cuts. We said, okay, we are going to sacrifice salaries until we become something better. And then we said working from home and facilitate working from home, bring working from home policies, and looked at how we can bring insurance to cover that and various different things. We were doing it very, very quickly to adapt. Then we were very fortunate. We were not the one who was selling vegetables. We were not the farmers. We were not the truck drivers. We were not many of those people who are physically supposed to be sitting in the office and doing something to deliver. Everything what we did was through the cyberspace or electronically, or we don't have to be. So we had the greatest advantage of taking our ability and going and helping others who are actually being compromised with the situation. So what we did was we went and first thing survive, then we try to serve. So that was our thing. And it is okay to prepare, it is okay to take actions, but these actions has to be fast enough. Because if you have not taken those actions fast enough, probably you have been cash depleted. Your organization, if you took 2 months to think of what are you going to do? If you are a small organization, especially, if you don't have a lot of cash reserves, you would have gone down. We are not very big organization compared to any other large multinational organization, but we were SME but we had the requirements of a large organization because we are distributed across the different countries. So one of the biggest challenges we had was our C-level was sitting in different countries, and we need to sign documents, approve things every day, right? I will leave that one there, and then I'll go and talk about what is the importance of understanding where the biggest threat that we saw in our operations to go offline. No, online. Okay, so we are 20 years old now. We were also around 18 years old at that time. We were talking about digital transformation ever since we started. I'm 32 years, I've been discussing this. But actual digital transformation happened when COVID hit. Because we found ourselves, there are small pieces of our operations are still physical. They were not digital. Like a gate pass, like somebody approve leave based on some cheat somebody, right? Like you have to claim your money, you need to show your receipts or something. So, and you had ERP systems, you had HCM or people management software, then you had line of business software, but we missed this small stuff in between. Okay, so AIM is the short form for Association of Information and Image Management, which was formed donkeys years before, of course, right? You can see, I've been a member ever since I was in this business for 30 years, and our organization is a full-time member, so we normally participate in this event every year. This is the body which discuss all the, you can say, the rules and the best practices for digitizing or managing your content. Most of us have no idea, at least 30 to 40% of our, even the highest digitally transformed organization has 30 to 40% of their artifacts are still physical. Piece of paper, right? Or maybe in a videotape, or audio tape, or somewhere sitting in their repositories. This is what actually made organizations not being able to survive. So, because when we asked our finance teams to work from home, they were not being able to look at some of the invoices or the receipts, so they were not being able to enter those things into the ERP system, even though we were having that. But of course, we had our own document management solution. It's only things we have not given the access to those people. So it's a matter of time we were being able to do that. But many organizations did not have that luxury. They had a lot of artifacts sitting in their physical archives, and which is stopping them being able to really operate in their day-to-day business remotely. So it was very important thing for us to help organizations to survive. So we have tried helping, first of all, where we could make a massive transformation on the society. So what we did was we helped schools to go digital. And then we went and helped the organizations to go digital as much as possible, even though they don't have any digitized complete backend, but we try to bring them as many as possible to their functions. One of the guys who initiated the process sitting there in the room. Okay, so how did we do that? We had 3 tools with us. 3 tools that we use for this digital transformation. The first one, the NADOC, is 20 odd years old. Actually, it has been since 2004 we developed this tool to, if you have heard about birth, death and marriage certificate, if you're getting a copy of your birth certificate today out of any one of these registrar, any one of the district registrar officers, that is based on this platform. So this was our first project in Sri Lanka, which was award-winning for ICTA and along with the other industries, and which has helped a lot of organizations to put their digital content for remote access. So, sorry, I put an alarm. Probably I'm reaching my time in a few minutes. So this product has been there in the market, and it has helped. So we help with organizations. We gave some of the government organizations to have to access this to use within the COVID. And then the last product what you see, actually I will just talk about that one here. The Flodo. This product is a process automation tool that we developed. This is a platform again, where you can drag and drop and create, automate smaller processes. Like what I said, like the gate pass, or like, small approval for your bills, or certain expense approval, or travel approval, similar things, which is a tool that can be used by, not by techies, but by just normal business people. We realized that this tool became really a helpful tool with the COVID, because there was no technical people being able to send, no BAs, business analysts, or any other people being able to send to the customer. But we have to give the tool to the customer and say, okay, help yourself. That's all what we can do, right? So it was a very interesting product. Then the third biggest problem what we had was the approvals. And with all the imitations, I'll tell you what happened within this period. We received one day, our general manager in Maldives is sending a mail to our CEO saying, please transfer $200,000 for this particular thing. So when he saw this, he just looked at the mail, opened the mail header. Actually, what has happened is impersonating. Okay, with all the details. So there was mail phishing attack, and somehow they knew that there was a discussion going on about transferring some money from one entity to the other one to support certain cash flow functions, and suddenly you are getting a phishing attack. But of course, it was fortunate he was cyber aware, and he managed to tell everyone, and then we took certain actions, and then we were safe. We didn't get caught into that. But what we did was we stopped taking approvals on emails. We have stopped taking approvals on emails. We had to find a different way. So that's how this product was born. This is a pandemic baby. We developed a digital signing and digital approval product. Well, we already had the document management and the workflow, everything. What we missed was to seal it, digitally seal it, and create a properly encrypted document to be sent across with signatures. So what we did, we immediately acted, and we created one solution, which is a MVP, or you can say minimum viable solution for internal use, which showed the real advantage of having a digital approval system. That's how it was born, and the EVA became a digital signing platform. So today we have released this product as a digital signing toolkit, where all of you or any one of you can actually afford as well. What we are doing is we are doing Sri Lankan rupee pricing for locals. We are not charging anybody in dollars, and we are also making sure that you can try it free, and we are trying it. So this is not a product pitch, and I'm trying to sell you, but I'm just saying many of you have this problem. You don't realize that you have it. So many of you know that there is no legal way of understanding an approval within your organization. If you have 10, 15 people, even 5, 6 people, how do you approve things? How do you know that that person is the one who really approved? So I'm just telling you, go back and look for it. And this is one of the biggest challenges in terms of survival for us, what we had. But I'm sure that you might have faced this, or you might have neglected this. So they say at the end of the day, there are 2 types of people in the world, right? The people that they know, they got hacked. Then the other people, they know, no, they don't know they got hacked. Everybody got hacked. Thank you very much, and enjoy for the rest of the session. Thank you.